6:15, time now to say good morning to Mike Eppel for the latest in business news. And we start with the stocks. We've been talking about them since 2023 began, Mike. It's been pretty good so far on the stock market. But the question is, how long will this high last? Good morning.
Well, good morning. The old adage for investors is as January goes, so goes the rest of the year. So if, in fact, we see that hold true this year, it's going to be a very strong 2023. So far, so good. The market's in January with one more trading day to go. Hey, we've almost made it to February.
Don't speak too soon. Don't speak too soon. Don't jinx it.
January 49th, it seems. The markets, look at those numbers. TSX up over 6%, and the NASDAQ up by almost 9%. Yesterday, we saw a sell-off, Tammie, and in fact, had it not been for Monday's malaise for the markets, NASDAQ would be up by close to 11% year-to-date. But what's happening is, look, this week could be a big reality check because of all of the companies that are reporting earnings, all of the central banks that are announcing interest rate increases likely. The U.S. Central Bank is on deck for tomorrow, and what are they going to do? Are they going to pour some cold water on this whole thing and say, we're not done raising interest rates yet? What are you talking about? So the wild card, of course, comes back to actual economic facts and figures, inflation, and interest rates. So it's been good. We'll hope it lasts. We'll see where it goes today. Coming up this morning with the Stats Canada reading on how our economy was doing in November and December last year, with interest rates going up, of course, and all of the talk that the start of this year could see an economic slowdown.
Okay, you talk about interest rates. It's interesting because RE/MAX has a forecast out for real estate, and they actually predict interest rates will go up, among other things, though, going up.
Yeah, the jury is still out very much so on what the real estate market is expected to do this year, actually. We've got a lot of different expectations. Some think, RE/MAX in this case, believes that because there's such limited inventory, nothing's for sale. In fact, you've got new immigrants coming into the country. The population base is on the rise. And the risk assessment on the market is nowhere near as bad as what it was last year, as interest rates were going up and up and up. So things should stabilize and then start to pick up a little bit later this year. RE/MAX also figuring that despite what the Bank of Canada said last week, we could see a couple more interest rate increases over the course of 2023, which is interesting in and of itself. Other forecasters are thinking that the bottom has not yet been reached for real estate, and it's got further to fall because prices were, in their opinion, so overvalued. So it's a bit of a mixed bag. Of course, it'll come back to psychology, where we think prices will stabilize, and then once the momentum starts to build again, you'll see the market probably trend higher.
Now, Mike, we are out of time, but I just wanted to get to this quickly just to show it. Nike, Tiffany, that partnership has happened now. I didn't see this coming.
No. $400 sneakers? I guess is that normal? Is that kind of the norm?
I think so.
For Jordans and stuff nowadays. I'm not a sneakerhead by any stretch of the imagination, but $400, and that's U.S. by the way.
Yeah, I think that's
a pair up between Nike and Tiffany.
Yeah,
and yeah, they're that color by the way too.
Oh, okay. Well, pretty box. Okay.
Fashion, yeah.
We'll see what's inside. All right,
Is that the
Mike.
whole part about Tiffany? You get it in a pretty box?
You get it in a pretty box. That's it. All right, Mike. Thank you so much
is really
for that.
Expensive?
Thanks so much for that, Mike. We'll chat with you tomorrow.